This is a short practice to help prepare you for meditation. So if you feel that you want to move a little bit before you come for a long seated meditation, this is the practice for you. This could also be a practice just to wind down before bedtime in the evening, or a short afternoon practice, maybe after you've traveled. So it's good for all of those things, but specifically bearing in mind opening the body and preparing the body for meditation. We're going to start standing today. You don't really need any props. If you like to use blocks to practice with, you could grab those, but really not necessary for this particular practice. So let's begin in mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and we'll center ourselves here. So take a moment, and if it feels okay for you, go ahead and close your eyes. And if not, if you prefer not to do that, you could gaze downward or just soften your gaze. But it helps us to draw our focus and awareness inward. Begin to feel the points of contact between your feet and the floor. And notice if your eyes are closed that may affect your balance. So if you have trouble balancing with the eyes closed, you could always hold on to a chair or wall. Begin to press your inner ankles to your outer ankles, engaging your lower belly and lengthening through your tailbone. And just feel what it's like to be standing here. Noticing the parts of the body that might be fatigued or tired or tight. And then start to notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Begin to draw the breath out to a 4 or 5 count if you can. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Find a rhythm that works for you. One more breath. And then go ahead and blink the eyes open, and on your next inhale, begin to reach the arms overhead. Moving with that pace of breath until the arms reach to the sky, and then exhale the arms back down. And you can allow your gaze to follow, inhaling the arms up. This time, take the arms out to the side as you exhale back down. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead, perhaps lifting the heels this time, and exhaling the arms out to the side, taking the chin down to the chest. Doing that a few more times. Inhale, reach up, maybe lift the heels. And exhale, heels come down, reach the arms down. Let's do one more of those. Inhaling up. And exhaling to come down. And then inhaling, arms overhead. As you exhale, begin to bend your knees and bring the arms down. Inhaling, reach all the way up, maybe lift the heels. And exhale the heels down and bend the knees. Again, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhale to rise. And exhale the arms down to the sides and pause. Then inhale the arms forward in front of you. As we exhale, slide the right hand to the left shoulder, turning to your left, bringing that left arm back as far as it feels comfortable, not overdoing. Inhale back to center, and exhale to the other side. Little twisting action. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side. Couple more times. And inhale back to center. Exhale here. Inhale the arms up to the sky once again. And exhale, go ahead and forward fold, this time bending the knees as much as you need to, bringing your head down. As you inhale, slide your hands up to your shins and lengthen through your spine. And exhale and fold back down, bending your knees as much as you need to. Press down through your feet and inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. We'll do that a couple more times. So inhaling the arms overhead. And exhale to fold. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Lengthen here. Feel the stretch in your glutes and the backs of your legs. And exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Once again, inhale, arms overhead. And exhale and fold. Inhale, lift halfway, sliding those hands up your shins. And exhale and fold. Press down through the feet, inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. Bringing the arms down to your side, step the feet a little bit wider apart now, like as wide as the mat or so. We're going to slide the left arm down and reach the right arm up and over as we inhale. And exhale here. Inhale, come back to center. The right arm will come down, the left arm will come up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center, bring the other arm up and exhale over to the left. Maybe pausing to look up towards the sky if it's okay with your neck. Inhale, come all the way up, switch, and exhale to the other side. Perhaps pausing to look up. Inhale again, coming all the way up. Let's switch arms. Exhale to the other side. Let's pause here. See if you can take 3 breaths. Try not to cave forward. If it's too much to look up, you could just look straight ahead. And on your next in-breath, come all the way back up. Exhale to the other side, and we'll hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, come all the way back up. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down. Rolling through those shoulders. And then let's come all the way forward. We're going to come back into a downward facing dog. if you want to do this posture at the wall, you can take your hands to the wall, walk your feet away until you come into downward facing dog. For those of you that are okay to be on your hands, we'll inhale to reach the arms and exhale to fold. Go ahead and step your feet back, lift your hips up, sink your heels down. Find your downward facing dog, taking the triceps back and apart. Breathe. Go ahead and bend your right knee slightly and keep the left leg straight. Turn your left toes outward so you get into the side of the leg in the IT band. And I'll show this to you from another angle in case it's helpful. So my right knee is bent. I'm turning left toes out, pressing up, push the floor away, press up through that left hip and breathe. And then we're just going to switch it out. So bend the left knee, turn the right toes out, and breathe. Push the floor away. If you need a little rest in between, you could come down and then go to the other side. Other option is to do this at the wall. And then from here, pedal through those feet a little bit, warming up our feet. We'll go ahead and bring the knees down, sink back into child's pose. Take the knees as wide as you can, toes together, and rest your forehead on the floor or on stacked hands or on a block. Deep breaths. Using that same pace of breath that we started with. Gently come all the way back to all fours. A couple of cat-cows here. Inhaling, arching the spine, looking forward. Exhale, draw the belly towards your spine and just sink your hips back a little bit. Inhale forward into your cow pose, arching the spine, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, draw the belly in a little bit, sink your hips back very gently. Just moving back and forth between these 2 points. Inhale back to center. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift into downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a plank pose. Bring your knees down and slowly lower all the way down onto the floor. Go ahead and stack your hands, rest your forehead, wiggle your hips side to side. And then take the arms forward over your head on the floor. We're going to thumbs up, so like you're karate chopping the floor. Taking the pinky side of the hands to the floor. Stretching the whole body here. As you inhale, lift your left leg and your right arm up. And exhale back down. Like you're stretching the body longer with each lift. Inhale and lift the right leg and the left arm. And exhale down. Inhale, lift the left leg and the right arm. And exhale down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. And exhale down. Go ahead, stack those hands. Rest your forehead once again. Breathe here. As you feel ready, we're just going to roll over onto our backs. Walking the feet in. Feet, knees are hip width apart. Go ahead and inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, arms down to your sides. Straighten your legs up to the sky. Feet come down. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, arms come down. Straighten the legs. Inhale, arms go up, feet come down. And exhale, arms down by your side. We're going to come into a bridge pose. So rooting down through those feet. As you press down through your feet, notice the hips already want to lift. As you inhale, lift a little bit higher. Walk those shoulders underneath. Maybe clasp your hands under the tailbone, squeezing the palms together. Otherwise, you could be palms down or try palms up. Keep lifting the hips, engaging those quadriceps. Breathe here. Lifting the chest towards the chin to the sky. Keep that same pace of breath if you can. Take one more breath in, and then as you exhale, we're slowly going to lower all the way back down. Let the knees fall together and pause for a moment. Just noticing. And then walk the feet back in again, hip width apart. Let's lengthen that right leg up to the sky. Maybe do a few ankle circles here just to warm the feet up a bit more for sitting. We tend to, if we're going to sit in seated meditation, you might be sitting on your feet. So go ahead and give them a little stretch here, a little love, circle in the other direction. And then go ahead and press that leg into your hands. Could also use a strap here. Then bend the knee and bring that heel just above the left knee, pressing that right thigh out. You can stay here. Feel the stretch in the right hip as you push that leg away. Or you can start to lift your left foot off the floor and interlace your hands behind the left thigh, drawing it inward, finding pigeon pose, sleeping pigeon. Maybe even grabbing the shin if that's more comfortable for you. Find what works for you. Keep your feet flexed. A few deep breaths here. We're almost done. And then bring that left foot back down to the floor. We're going to take this whole position of the lower body and drop the legs over to the left side. So that right knee is pointing up towards the ceiling and the sole of the foot is on the floor on the other side. Breathe here, a little stretch for the piriformis. To come out, you'll just simply press down into the floor with that left leg, come back to center, uncross the foot, straighten the left leg up to the sky, pressing that leg into your hands. We can go ahead and circle that ankle a few times. And reverse and go the other way. And then pausing, stretching through the heel, pressing the leg into your hands, releasing tension in the back of the leg. We'll bend the knee in and bring that heel just above the right knee, pressing into the left thigh. Feel how just pressing into that thigh, you get a stretch here in the groin and the outer hip. This might be enough for you, or you can lift the right foot off the floor and start to draw the left thigh in towards you, interlacing your hands behind the thigh. Try not to let your left leg come in too much. Some of you might be able to reach the shin, but there's no extra points for that. So take the posture that feels right for you. A couple of deep breaths here. And release that foot down. Go ahead and keeping everything below the waist exactly the way it is. We're just going to drop the legs over to the right so that the sole of the left foot is right on the floor and the left knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. If you can hold on to your ankle or your lower shin, go ahead and do that as an anchor. Breathe. And to come out, we're just going to press down with that bottom leg to give us the effort to come up. Go ahead and uncross. Draw your knees in. Give your lower back a good stretch here. So stretching out on the floor. You can circle the knees a few times and reverse direction. And then pausing here, we're just going to roll to our side. Take your time getting up and then find whatever you would like to use for your meditation. So perhaps sitting on a blanket, sitting on a chair. Another thing I really like, if you have a meditation cushion or a bolster, especially if you're a little tight in the hips, you can sit on the edge of it and you can take your blocks. Coming into Sukhasana, you can prop your knees with your blocks, it's giving yourself a little bit of a lift. It's really nice if you're going to be seated for 20 minutes or so in meditation. So placing the right hand on top of the left, palms up, relax your shoulders. Take a moment to close the eyes or gaze downward. Paying attention to the breath again. Drawing the breath out to that 4 or 5 count. Inhale and exhale. And you can remain seated here for as long as you like, perhaps setting a timer for your meditation. May this practice serve you well. Thank you.